was gonna go 119 quintillion, apparently. Alright. So we got this holiday thing going on. Juneteenth, okay? And get ready because I'm bringing it. Alright? And this is going to get nasty. Actually, I'm thoroughly expecting probably my YouTube channel will probably get struck by the YouTube gods to the point where it might not be around much longer after I do this one. Or probably it's going to get stifled to the point where it'll never be back again. Considering how stupidly protective it is, okay? But I'm going to be bringing it, and it is not going to be pretty, alright? By the time I'm done, alright? Okay, so let's start with some simple facts, okay? When you're on social media, Juneteenth, you're seeing the rainbow everywhere, okay? Let's start with the United States holiday, okay? What is Juneteenth, okay? Juneteenth is a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States, okay? But here's the major problem with that. Slavery was not ended everywhere in the United States on the same motherfucking day, okay? It was actually ended at various times across the United States and in large part at one point before Abraham Lincoln was even fucking president, okay? The United States was desperately trying to maintain before even Andrew Jackson, and even 50-50 split between states that did have slaves and didn't have slaves. In fact, one state election was overturned and the fucking American governor and ruling was replaced with a pro-slavery, okay? Okay? You want to exactly know when your rights started to come to an end, okay? I want to show you, okay? I want to make this real simple for you, okay? Abraham Lincoln took control of newspaper, all right? Oh, look at this! Determined to suppress everything like free speech, Lincoln's private letter reveal aggressive use of newspaper censorship. Basically, okay, in the short end of this, okay, during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln sent armed forces to go into newspapers. They went in the front door, walked in, pointed guns at the staff, basically forced them to basically print fake news as he determined, okay? That was the beginning of the end of your rights, okay? Now, you got this, Juneteenth, okay? Official name, a federal holiday, Juneteenth, National Independence Day, also called Emancipation Day, Freedom Day, Jubilee. Oh, fuck it, okay? Oh, look at this! Independence Day, 4th of July. Guess what that's celebrating? Everybody's independence across the United States when the United States broke free and signed your fucking Declaration of Independence, basically. That's what it's celebrating. Right here commemorating the signing of Declaration of Independence. You know what the Declaration of Independence has? Your fucking freedom of speech, freedom of press, and anti-censorship. Rights to basically your American dream. Okay? The actual signing of the wife doesn't like it. I won't say it. I'm going to not say it. I'm going to keep it under control. Okay? I can do this. I can do this. I cannot go more nuts than I already have blown a gasket. Okay? Okay. The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and all that crap basically says the federal government cannot intervene on state matters. It basically gives the states total control. It is basically a union of states, okay? If you actually wanted your actual full freedoms, guess what you would have to do? Shrink the fucking federal government, okay? Start wiping federal government laws off the books. Because guess what? The Bill of Rights, Constitution, all that crap, it basically says elections at every level is handled by your fucking local, state level elections. Okay, we know too much. We know too much. Okay. Alright. Okay. What? The Bill of Rights, Constitution ain't good enough? Okay. Basically celebrating all of your rights, everybody's rights. Every citizen's right, every citizen of the United States' rights. You want this too? You don't need this. You got 4th of July. 4th of July. Yeah, it's not just fireworks, you motherfuckers. Guess what? Let's have a fun game here, okay? Here's every anti-discrimination law on the book. Oh, discrimination against age? Try 1976. Well, before that one, then the Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967, basically saying you cannot be discriminated against if you're 198 years old, you assholes. All right, how about disability? Oh, disability? You have some sort of handicap? Okay, 1990. There's your act for that one too. This one here. All right, this one right here. Okay, this one right here. Right here, okay? 1968. Here's another law against discrimination. The Architectural Barriers Act, okay? You want to know what this is? Okay, enacted by the ABA. That's your, guess what? That's your Americans with Disabilities Act and all that crap. You know what I mean? Okay, it basically prevents buildings from being designed to prevent people with certain handicaps, certain disabilities, not be able to get in your fucking front door of your fucking business. Motherfuckers. Oh, how about Bostock versus Clayton County, a landmark United States Supreme Court court case in 2020, which the court held the title for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 protects employees against discrimination because of their sexual orientation. Guess what? That's an actual ratification of 1964. Guess what? We're going to get to that one too. How about the Civil Rights Act of 1866, 1871, 1957, 1964, 1968, 1991, 1960. Equal Pay Act of 1963. Basically, guess what that says? Regardless of your gender, you have to be paid the same for the motherfucking same job, assholes! Okay, here's a couple of executive orders for you, you motherfuckers that's pushing that rainbow pride flag shit all over our fucking social media. How about executive order? Here's a couple of executive orders for you. 11478 and 13166. You want to know what those are? Okay. Okay, Richard M. Nixon on August 8th, 1969 prohibited discrimination in the competitive service of the federal civilian workforce. Basically, guess what that means? Regardless of your motherfucking age or gender, guess what? You have to be equally considered for the same motherfucking job, ass wipes! Alright, here's the executive order 13166. Let me guess. It's ratifying the same motherfucking shit. Alright? On August 11th, year 2000, United States President Bill Clinton, yeah, blowjobs don't count, Mr. Bill Clinton. And in case you're wondering, Richard M. Nixon's one, okay? There's M. Nixon, the same one that the Democrats love to blow shit up his ass because he was doing exactly what every damn motherfucking president did across the fucking United States. Federal Women's Program, yeah, that's Nixon. Your Federal Women's Program. Yeah, that's Nixon. Yeah. Kiss Nixon's toes for that one. Okay. Improving access to services for persons with limited English. But yeah, basically, guess what? If you don't speak good English, you still have to be considered for the same job. How much you assholes want for saying equal rights? The only thing you're doing is you're kind of falling in the same kind of trap the federal government's been doing for a better part of for multiple centuries now, which I'm going to be getting to that one soon. So you know who's actually been pushing this crap. So let laws speak for themselves. Basically been throwing fucking gasoline on this bullshit. Yeah, I'm getting to that one. Alright? Okay, how about the Fair Employment Act of 1941? You want to know what that one does? Executive order signed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt on June 25th, 1941. It prohibited ethnic or racial discrimination. Yeah, guess what? You getting the picture here? All of this is basically saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. You cannot be discriminated against because of your race, your gender. You basically have to be considered based off of your talents. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream where a man will not be judged by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. You want me to keep going? How about the Family and Medical Leave Act? Okay, how about that one? Is a United States labor law requiring covered employees to provide employees with job protection, unpaid leave for qualified medical and family reasons. How about the 14th, 15th, 19th, and 24th Amendments to the United States Constitution? You want those too? Okay, here you go. The United States Constitution was adopted on June 9th, 1868, as one of the you know what? I want to just open these up. Just let this shit sink in. All right? Okay. 1989, 1868. Okay. Here's your 14th Amendment. Considered one of the most consequential amendments. It addresses civilianship rights and equal protection under the law. Basically, it's saying you're guaranteed your equal enforcement of the law, regardless of your race. You know what? The courts don't honor this one. Okay? And I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but let's just put it this way. Trump's being tried for shit that every motherfucker does in New York. Okay? Alright? In the most biased motherfucking court case, which I'm not going to unwrap that one, Temple did a fantastic job. He's been following the judge's orders and all that. Okay? I'm not going down that one. Alright? Alright? This basically says, regardless of your race, your skin, your color, and all that bullshit, you have equal protection of the law. Basically saying that all laws is to be enforced equally across all of the citizens of the United States. Despite the fact they're highly biased based off your political party affiliation. Now, it doesn't say it has to, basically, depending on what state you're in. Basically, plenty of lawyers have said this, and I quote, depending on what your crime is, where you are in the world, where your trial is how easy it will be to get you off. Okay? Alright? Because there is a severe political bias in the court system, so it's based off of parties. So there is this still discrimination. It's just based off of your motherfucking party, what state you're in, and what your crime is. Okay. Here's the 15th Amendment. It prohibits the federal government and each state from denying or abridging a citizen's right to vote of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. It was ratified on February 3rd, 1870. You get it now? Okay. How about the 19th Amendment? The United States Constitution prohibits the United States and its states from denying the right to vote to citizens of the United States on the basis of sex. And guess what? It repeats the 15th. United States Constitution prohibits both Congress and the states from conditioning the rights to vote in federal elections on okay, let me reread that. It prohibits both Congress and the states from conditioning. Okay, conditioning, I'm guessing that's applying to basically changing or passing laws or making certain things of your bill. Basically what this covers is your ability to walk, to go in based off of your ability to walk or not walk into the in federal elections of a poll tax. Basically that's where you're polled based off of taxes and all that. If you get my drift here, okay? Conditioning the right to vote in federal elections on payment of a poll tax or other types of tax. Basically, it's talking about conditioning polling your opinion based off of a tax. Basically, it just basically says don't make it harder for you to vote on it, despite the fact you pretty much lost your right to vote on taxes or give your opinion on taxes. That's just 10-1 if they actually did actually take your opinions on taxes and all that. Pretty much your taxes would go, well, let's put it this way. Right now, gasoline is the most heavily taxed commodity in the United States. And I could actually get into all of that, which I'm not boring you on, all right? Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act. Basically, this is basically stating that based off of your heritage, like let's say you look like an albino, but you're of a certain race genetically speaking, it basically says you can't be discriminated based on that, and that was passed in 2008 during the whole craze of, doing your genetic histories and all that crud. All right. In large part, that got passed when that one. Yeah, never mind. I'm not getting into why that law got on the books, but let's just put it this way. Yeah, a Klan member got found out to have been genetically black. Yeah. Humiliations can be hilarious, okay? Okay, let's get down to 1912. The Lloyd-LaFollette Act of 1912 began the process of protecting civil servants in the United States from unwanted or abuse removal by codifying just cause standards. Well, that got overturned with the Patriot Act, kind of. Then you got your Fair Pay Act of 2009, No Fear Act, Voting Rights Act of 19. I could actually be going through all of these. But yeah, it's all right here on Wikipedia, a list of anti-discrimination laws in the United States. You can basically look through all of these. I'm going to put a link to this so that we can actually read each of these and the various state laws, basically stating what these dumbasses have been pushing for pretty much for decades. Is basically they've had it. They've had equal rights to be, as I like to say it, they have equal rights to be as poor and miserable as their motherfuckers living right next door. Okay? Alright? They've got their rights. They don't need to demand more rights. They already have every right that every other poor motherfucker in the United States has, okay? Which means that literally all this flag crap being all over the states and teenagers getting arrested for running scooters over their pride flags is unnecessary, okay? But now I'm going to take a second here, just kind of calm down, okay? Just take a second to calm down. And I'm not going to bother to find one piece of information, okay, because I'm going to put it to you this way, okay, some of the anti-COVID vaccines and COVID conspiracy pushing accounts that were being kind of, highlighted during COVID lockdowns and all that stuff, okay, some of those accounts were actually controlled by the United States federal government as well, okay? Because the federal government has got this thing about pushing both sides against each other, all right? It's been that way for centuries, and, all right? A Nixon aide, all right, came out several years ago. It didn't. It kind of came out. It got mentioned once on all of the news sources, but then it got memory hold like this. Okay. All right. So. I'm going to show you something. All right. Alright? I want to remind you of that, okay? I don't want to just let this sink in for a minute, okay? Alright? Here we go. Okay. Nixon's aide, alright? Report, aide says Nixon's war on drugs targeted blacks and hippies, okay? Oh yeah, of course the video got took down. I could find the actual video probably later on. Okay. Washington CNN, one of Richard Nixon's top advisors and a key figure in the Watergate scandal, said the war on drugs was created as a political tool to fight. Basically, the long short of it, the war on drugs was intentionally designed to target hippies and blacks, and basically had the news media demonizing them to basically sow racism within the United States to better control the population. Basically, in a nutshell, okay, let's say for the sake of argument, all right, you're poor, you're having financial trouble, okay, you are angry, okay, and instead of actually you using your energy to basically look into why you're in this situation, okay, why you're in this problem, who's actually to blame, why your car is spewing out black smoke out your tailpipe. You basically spent your last $5 on a flipping can of tuna and a pop, okay? You need somebody to be angry at, okay? And then you actually look at the news, okay? Like right now, they're demonizing conservatives and Republicans and Donald Trump and basically pointing all of the finger of blame for all of the problems that Donald Trump, conservatives, and Republicans, so that way you can be angry at them, okay? That is the exact same ploy that Nixon and before Nixon actually started going years back, basically picking a demographic so that way they continue to take more power, more money from your sorry ass and having you blame somebody else for it. Okay? It's basically, I wonder if I can find this thumbnail. I wonder if I can find this image. Alright, let me try that again. Alright, let me try to be a little more exact. Alright, yeah. Nobody's uploaded the thumbnail. Alright. Yeah, BP Richfield in a nutshell. In the episode where they were blaming four-leggers for the recession. Yeah, BP Richfield basically pulled out a book that said that was basically, in short, a big book of finger pointing, and it was right after he said it was it's never the government's fault, it's always somebody else's fault. Okay. Yeah. That's the thumbnail I was actually looking for when BP Richfield was holding the book up. I actually, back when I had Windows 95, and my hard drive died when I had it, I actually had a thumbnail of it. Actually, had a JPEG of it. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I mean, you can actually really see this. It's never our fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. In the news media right now, because as the news media, well, actually, I'll just show you, literally right now. Okay. Watch this. Alright, this isn't showing the Kotaku. Yeah, Kotaku's actually done some layoffs. Yeah, so you got yeah, he quit. Alright, so, yeah, so because Kotaku's actually covering the layoffs, I can't really... Alright, let me try the Blaze. Yeah, WKOW layoffs, firings, yeah, man, yeah, Reddit, okay? Basically, right now, all mainstream media news is laying off, and if you noticed how they've been actually, instead of they're blaming their political biases, but it's kind of too late now, they're actually blaming everybody else. They blame Trump, they blame conservatives, they blame Republicans, now they're blaming Google. Which, yeah, Google does take part of it, since Google is now basically scraping their content for their AI bots. Google does take part of it, can take part of the blame, but actually, even before then, their viewerships were down. Way down. Alright? Because their political bias has now been exposed for all of the world to see. Alright. Goodness. Shit, I should have kept that one. Well, I'll go open it back up after I end this. Alright. I guess I'm done ranting. And now I got a headache. But I feel better now. I feel a lot better now. Alright, everybody. Alright, as always, everybody, I'm sorry about this excessively psychotic, borderlining, crazy rant here video. But I had to do it. Alright. Somebody had to do it to show you the sheer insanity of adding amendments that repeats literally the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's utterly insane. You don't need 5 amendments that says the same shit. It's psychotic. It's utterly insane. Alright. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the rant, but I had to do it. I had to do it. So yeah, I'd do it. I figured I'd do it. Alright. As always, thank you for watching, everybody, and peace out.